This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
The time is 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Thursday in the morning sprint.
Sydney Charles has details on the deadline for a government spending bill.
We're expecting to see more snow today. Matt Gray has your forecast with how much more we can expect.
But let's get right to some breaking news. This is a live look at I-90. Reports we're getting in say there is a crash on milepost 283. The backups are significant. It is really slow moving there.
And another crash on the other side of town, I-90 about 5 miles west at milepost 278. You can see a garbage truck that's sideways there. It's blocking 2 of the eastbound lanes. Now we do have a crew on our way to that scene, and we'll bring you a live report just as soon as we can. But you can see things are slow moving this morning.
And in your weather, we're not going to get some help after today. New winter weather advisories are now in effect starting tonight and going through Friday afternoon. We're going to see light snow accumulations that'll start tonight right around the time of the evening commute, but most of the action will be after midnight, and we'll have a chance for some freezing rain as we go through your Friday.
The Department of Transportation had a busy day plowing snow along I-90, and their efforts continued throughout the night. Crews are working 12-hour shifts trying to make sure I-90 is as safe as possible. Not only are the plows moving snow, they're also salting the roads to help break up any melt ice. Drivers say they've been choosing to work in teams. That's why you may see several plows taking up the road all at once. This is so they can clear as much snow as possible. When you see those plows, make sure you give them plenty of space and do not try to pass them.
City of Spokane plows have been working since early yesterday morning. Now on days with continuous snowfall like we saw, the city revisits those major arterials, hills and hospitals before moving into the residential areas. We spoke with Kirsten Davis of the city's Public Works Department to learn how you can avoid the hassle during this morning's commute. She says if you have the opportunity, work remotely, leave work early, or stay late. She says that gives times for those plows to do their work. And the city has activated a full city plow, which means crews will be working 24 hours a day until the job's complete.
After a week of extreme cold and now heavy snow, living on the streets of Spokane can seem unbearable and even dangerous. The Salvation Army has been running a non-stop shuttle service, bringing the unsheltered indoors. 4 News Now joined them on a ride along to see how the homeless are handling this weather and how the public can help. The Salvation Army also mentioned they're in need of donations of new warm socks, winter coats, and hand warmers. You can drop those off at any Salvation Army location.
And while the temperature is below 32 degrees, Spokane buses will waive the fare for people who are going to a warming shelter or center. The Cannon Street shelter reopened Friday for full-time service through today. Several churches around the city also have beds available for anyone who needs a warm, dry place to stay. And the Spokane Public Library branches are open during the day for anyone who needs to get out of the cold.
This morning, new details about the government shutdown, which is just 1 day away. U.S. lawmakers must pass a supplemental funding bill by midnight on Friday. If a deal is not passed, that would affect military construction, veterans, transportation, the Energy Department, and more. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says his chamber should be able to vote on a pass and stop gap measure today. It would create new funding deadlines of March 1st and 8th. The latest details on the funding deal is coming up next on Good Morning America.
On GMA, Princess Kate hospitalized for up to 2 weeks after abdominal surgery. What we're learning this morning about the future queen.
American shoppers out in force in December. The Commerce Department now says retail sales jumped by a better than expected 0.6% compared to November. All told, holiday sales in November and December topped $964 billion, a new record.
The United States Supreme Court has declined to hear an appeal to overturn Washington's capital gains tax. That's the 7% tax on profits from the sale of stocks and bonds above $250,000. The Washington state legislature passed the tax in 2021. It aimed at ensuring the super rich pay what they owe in taxes. Fewer than 8,200 households would pay the tax, according to the Washington State Budget and Policy Center. In its first year, it brought in nearly $900 million. That funding will largely go toward school construction, childcare, and early learning programs.
Well, next week, the Tony Award-winning musical Six comes to Spokane for a run of shows. The show is told from the perspective of the 6 wives of Henry VIII. Our KXLY digital anchor Rob King sat down with one of the queens, actor Amina Faye. Faye says despite the show taking place in the 1500s, the stories of these 6 women are still very very much relevant today. To watch that full interview, you can head over to KXLY Plus and look for the Extras tab. Tickets to 6 are on sale now. You can find those on our website. We got a final check of the weather next.